sure. Me and my wife had a long talk. James Christina knows a little bit of the story. So, tonight you learn all 3 levels. That's why we're filming. I've tried to make a formal film before I go. Has every little aspect, but you really don't need that. Alright, most you should, at least 90% of you, if you stick in spontaneous, you should get all the videos. Easy. If you're lazy, you grab for the power of the seeded that will come with it, you'll face your own reality. To give you an idea of such manifestation. This is the point of one, so my brother from past life, deaf and dumb. This is the one where I met the 5 tulkus.
Which one is deaf and dumb?
So, the tulkus that I met was here, waiting for him at his house.
Can you zoom in on it?
Yeah.
No, you can
wait.
pass.
No.
Oh, picture. Now, Kara was taking a picture of a yak. And she started getting funny white manifestation. One of the things the Lama says is the tumo shows up on film. So this is the idea of what the tumo is, the plain practice. All our pictures show, every picture almost from Kara has tumo on it, fire. Prior was when I was with these 2 Tibetan fellows who followed me all around. So it shows the plate. Another manifestation of Tumo was our group in front of our Nyingma people. Again, these were the protectors while we had nice children. Another manifestation was the tigres. These are these little funny balls of light you see in the photos sometimes. That's another thing. The first day we came, we had kind of like a white rainbow around me and Kara, which is kind of interesting. That's a tumo. That's a manifestation when it goes exterior. So,
White rainbow is Penny.
And all these, there were pictures before we went to the monastery, don't have them. It's right after we did the initiation with the living room. Yeah. I'm sorry.
No.
Good metal chair. That's what I need. Yeah, I'll sit next to
I'll go there.
So, my patients I've had, I just see the end of them, and then Friday I'm finished. So, basically the practice is what I'm teaching tonight. Make sure you got all 3 down. If you want, when you master all 3 levels, you can teach others. You have permission to teach anybody that you trust. But you have to first do all 3. Not level 1. If you want to be a healer, you can teach just level 1. You don't want to develop the gift, the attainment. If I chew on you over the past, it's for reasons. If I chew on you now, like a retreat coming up, alright, most people can go. Now those I have a little beef with, I have a discontentment with you. Don't take it personally. If I let you go on retreat, and I got discontentment with you, I won't let you take the medicines to go to death. Right? You can go if you want, but unless I really know you're ready. Because it's a special retreat. Special retreat. So it'll be very uncomfortable for most of you. Because you're going to be immersed in the truth. So, all those who desire, I'm figuring October 13th to 18th. I have some habits, and some people from Tibet and China and Japan already living in coming. Different monastery. So they'll be close to a common record. We're seeing right now about 25 of them. So it'll be my biggest and last retreat. Hardship time here. No sleep, no drink, no eat for 3 or 4 days. So think about it. So, I guess I should just get on right. Is there anything in anybody's mind before I start? So just speak your mind before I start.
Anybody bring me food?
Avocados. They're not ripe.
And also I met my uncle. I'm going to meet him on Saturday of the Kunlun. I haven't seen him for 3 years. We finally got in contact today, so he's getting ready to die next month. He passed his son on the line, the lineage. So now I'm going to meet with him Saturday and be passed on his stuff. So I'll be a lineage holder in the tradition also, which is nice.
Holding what?
So I'll be busy this weekend. So all the old ones are coming out. So yeah, interesting photos.
What about a potluck here on Sunday afternoon?
I don't know how my schedule is.
We're making a schedule for you Sunday afternoon.
Oh, you're making a schedule for me? Huh. Well, if you want, maybe I can see how my schedule is. So, but you know, I don't know how long I can stay. So, but it'd be good for you to get together. Now, the new people who haven't learned this yet, you should learn from people around who's been learning for a while. You can talk to them. You know each other already. All right. You should align yourselves. So, what's on anybody's mind? Might as well get it out of your mind already.
Continuing class, so we'll all decide if and what we want to do. So,
because most of you, I find, now have this urge to move out by yourself. Isolate yourself from the group and practice only. That's natural. That should happen. Now, in this time, those who have done level 1 for a while, no more music. All quiet. Best time now, again, is sunrise. The sun should reflect on you when you practice. In the evening, the moonlight should reflect on you. If there's no moon, face the direction to come in. Alright? It's variable sunrise and sunset. A lot of you can't get up in the morning. A lot of you can't get up at night. Or vice versa for very many reasons. If you're going to master this very special skill, no other practice is needed. You got to practice. Don't get lazy in the mind. A lot of people got lazy. I have people come to the house and they say, how you practice? What they do, they look down on the ground. That already tells me you haven't practiced. Some of you I had once a month, and they expect all these attainments. Work that.
What happens if I look up?
You eat it. Yeah. You know, you practice it, you live it. That's the only way you're going to attain. If you want these great abilities, and my uncle who started when he was 7 years old, he mastered it at 9. You know, I don't see why you can't. Your kid can do it. So you just make an excuse why you can't. Now I've trained you for 3, 4, 5 years, however long I've known you. All these little hints I've given you, all the pieces of the puzzle. So now you can do spontaneous, and everything I ever taught you is going to come out through. I don't need to give you anything. You have every conceivable thing any teacher can give you. I've been pretty open and put a lot of my life force, my intent, sacrificed a lot, so I hope you don't let it go down the drain. It'll be a waste of effort on my part. And yours. Don't break up with each other. If a lot of you are good friends, don't break up just because I haven't moved my path left to finish. I hold it off 2 years. I can't hold it. The changes have come, I like it or not. I enjoyed being each other, everybody's company. You probably see me once, maybe possibly twice again. The one again in October. Well, maybe Sunday, I guess Sunday, right? So, now you learn to be self-reliant. I've helped you a lot, so you can do it yourself. You don't need anybody to hold your hand or to tell you what you already know. Right? So, I say it's been fun. You don't need to look anymore to practice. That's all you need. Dale. Oh, I'm sorry, did I mention Dale? I kid around a lot. But do it for yourself. You did so much in so little time. So what about you out here, Owen?
I got the message from
Uncle. And you learn it, you'll get far, far what you always want. Now, the 3 levels, very, very simple. I'm going to make it as simple without any flowers. If Manu, you should practice it especially, it really will help you out. Oh, so did you talk to your brother yet, Joseph?
I spoke to my mom and I gave him a message.
Huh?
I gave him a message.
You guys were talking. Because...
But it didn't happen.
Huh?
In this situation didn't happen that I could...
Well, make the situation if you can. Because you can't go any further. Even if you practice the art until you finish this. So let's tell you what it is. How you been, Kev? Come to a wall. You all come to a wall. Many ways. The roof is rated in. The blonde girl who got hit by lightning? Yeah, she came in the house for 7. Alright, in this art, for those who don't know, I'm going to rephrase it. I'm going to just redo it. You already know this. 1, it doesn't matter what time, doesn't matter what place, doesn't matter what direction, doesn't matter if you're healthy, sick, ill, old, young, male, female. Right? There's no limitations. Form is form. 7th century practice. Only taught to abbots, never to women, who far exceed the men in this practice. But don't let the men, don't let that get you down, because the women's energetic force makes yours much stronger. So if men have a chance to practice with the women, it's much better. If you don't have that, practice around water, like the ocean. You can get the feminine quality from that. But not under direct sunlight. Now, in tradition, they would sit on a stump next to the ground. These days, you can use a wooden bench. Okay, it's cut to the height where if you're sitting like this, your thighs are parallel to the ground. Another way you can do it is you can put an animal skin on the ground. You can sit cross-legged. Okay, and full lotus, perfect. But you get that, it's fine. The easy way, which is actually more effective, is to sit on a wooden bench.
If it starts raining, this tree gives us better protection, I guess.
You rain hard. So anyway, sit. You can do it with a number of people, or do it by yourself. It's preferably in a little bit of a dark room. And the reason for this is because you can see your own emanations off the walls. If you say, do it with a person, and you have the sunlight behind you, they will see your emanation. But you will not see your own, except it's in the dark. If you do it in complete darkness for 3 days straight, you will emanate your own light. Instead of doing the Nur practice, the sound, you can do the spinning at this level. That will emanate your own light. If you're curious. But most of you will not do it for 3 days straight. So just put that out. Now, what you do is you dress lightly, comfortably, loose, nothing tight, especially no tight jeans. If you're in the house, it still works. If you're outside, it works better. So you sit with your thighs parallel to the ground. I said, at shoulder width. These should be parallel, not like this, not lower, parallel. So what you do is you should bring your toes up, and then sit on the balls of your feet. You pull the heels up. If the heel's not up, it's not going to work. Because this is the circle. Now, everybody's on tape, so you can probably ask this gentleman if you need review, or if you can copy.
Yes, whoever wants, let me know.
Now, from here, the switch, if I see my feet, I must put the legs in so I can't see them. It's the correct measurement. This is for magnetic energy, but yet it blocks off the electrical potential in the ground. You insulate yourself. If you do it on the ground barefooted, it won't work. You short out yourself. If you do it on a mat like that, that's perfectly fine. Right. Now from here, you tuck your lower back in just slightly. Put right, so in your case, left hand where your belly button is. Elbow come out. The top hand is at throat level. Hands kind of relax. The center of the palm, called neigung, must connect together. Eyes 2/3 shut. Now, no thought. Don't think of breathing, how to breathe, nothing. What will happen after a while? Your body starts to move on its own, like somebody's outside, you shake it. It'll freak you out sometime. Sometimes you move in a blur, sometimes you move very suddenly. Sometimes your arms fling about. So you want to have an arm's radius of clear space so you don't knock anything over. Now, when you start doing this, you will start to feel a spiral. Don't think what direction. The energy will just start to rise up. For example, if I open myself up, you'll notice your legs start to shake. That's the magnetic potential of the ground. You're not doing it. A lot of you have experienced this already. This activates what's called your sacral pump at the base of the spine. This starts to raise kundalini within 5-10 minutes without thought, without meditation, visualization. 72,000 channels in the body. 72,000. You have to open all of these. That's why the first level is 6 months. Minimum is 4. When you move very suddenly, ready for level 2. What happened first? You start to spiral. That means nerves are activated. When you get the heat, that means that the nerves are being purified, opened. When you get bliss, like heavy, blissful, bubbly state of the spine, and you will stop breathing, your heart will stop. Okay? Then you get samadhi. Some people can do it 2 days, 3 days, 4 days. Some people have to move a lot. You never know when it hits you. Even when I'm not conscious, I will still get the effect happening. So, it usually would last about an hour. That's why I always put a CD on it. It lasts about an hour. Right? Try to keep the same time every day. Okay? Now, when the energy starts to rise, you don't think. This sacral pump activated. If the head starts to spiral, the cranial pump is activated. So the bones move here, and it opens the skull and closes it, like a pore, the opening of the crown. Now, do not control the energy unless you know your system well. Now, eventually, say if I raise my energy up here, your body will shake because the tummo rises up. You should generate so much heat that people 5, 6, 7 feet away will feel heat. Right? Very powerful. Don't get attracted to the side effects. In level 1, most people get that very hot, we call tummo, psychic heat on the stool. You can sit in the cold weather and not freeze. This is done for 6 months. 4 months minimum. When your movements are very subtle and soft, the hands don't move, you're like this, you're ready. Your emotions will be purified, burned out. People call this tradition baptism by fire, a scene tradition. Your heart melts, in a sense. It goes inside out. Right? We call it like a koba. I used to do all this, remember? That's to raise the fire. If you're doing another practice of Black Hilaya, there's different ways that they do this. You don't have to worry about the hands, though. You're naturally not. You'll do spontaneous mantras. You do spontaneous movements. You'll sing, you'll laugh, you'll cry, you'll jump. But stay in your chair. You cannot leave your chair. You cannot have a chair with a back because you get lazy. You must sit and stay in the chair. Some people lift the legs off, the arms off, like, did you do that today? Yeah. So, you think you'll fall, but you won't.
In the front edge?
Yeah. And sometimes the very, very violent movements, let it go. If you feel you're moving too fast, you say slow down to yourself. Never say stop. And as they also recommend, you want to sit on 1/3 of your chair. That activates it also, so you don't get lazy. Do not drink any alcohol, drink alcohol, any kind of funny stuff before. Do not mix it with anything. You don't.
There's a spice drill.
So it's very important because how it works, level 1 connects with level 2, and level 1 and 2 connect with level 3. The second level is 6 months, the third level is 1 year. The second level, all your C days, your special abilities will come up. There's 36 attainments you can get, 72 total. Most of our clan has never failed with this practice, not one. Only those who failed, those who are lazy. Alright? Now, usually 3 months into level 2, the first seed that you'll get is called grass glide. The first level is tumo, generate the heat. The second is a lukbo, the skill of running over the land, or the skill of lifting. It's the first seed day that's going to happen to you. You'll shake, you'll burn, and all of a sudden you'll stop breathing, your body will arc, and up you go, side to side. Do not pay any attention to it. Get trapped in the seedas, let them go. It's so important. Do not show it to anybody because you will lose your ability the first time you show it outside. And then you'll be hard on yourself. It's only a side effect, not the end result you want. Remember that. If you got group together, you understand what it is, you can practice together. If it happens, so that's alright. You look at it and say, alright, that's me. Let it go. You know, in the West, we consider that something special. In Tibet, 8-year-olds can do this. It's part of their practice. But don't get attached to sequence. You get big and small, you get light, pictures come out funny, you all go. You start getting more transparent, you don't cast shadows, you stop eating, you stop drinking, you stop sleeping, let it go. You're healing things, manifestation, let it go. Like Now, level 2 is the most important one you're ever going to do. Your success or failure dictates it. I do level 1 for 1 hour, approximately. The practice is addictive. You can always be in bliss, samadhi. There's 5, we call the 5 joys in Tibet. Being when each of these energy centers open, you will get so blissed out that it's overwhelming. Now, in level 2, compared to level 1. Level 1, you want to develop this hot bliss. You'll feel like you're melting liquid lava inside you. The body will feel like it's just dissipating into this. It's a great feeling. You're always happy about it. People will feel it and notice it. Let it go. Some people will go away from it because they can't stand it. It's not you. It's what's the vibration you hold. They can't maintain it. Now, when you do level 2, you get the bliss. So you're in bliss number 1 and you're happy as can be. Now you have to bring that into level 2. Without the bliss, it won't function. You have to bring the bliss into level 2. You might laugh hysterically also. That's alright, as we call crazy wisdom. People on the outside say, well, you might look a little crazy. You're not. Your mind is much faster than normal people. They can't understand why you can move so fast in life. Right? Now, when you're doing the level 2, you'll be sitting down, the legs will come flat. If you're just on level 1, say from month 1 to month 6, when you want to stop, you say you gotta go, right? Or you gotta go to the bathroom. You gotta stop. You just don't sit up, you'll black out. Never do it standing. You'll be jerked off your legs forcefully to the nearest object. You'll hurt, like sis when you retreat. When you're done, you slowly put the legs down. Even if you're moving, put them down. You say slow down to yourself. You open your eyes halfway. You put your hands on your lower abdomen, we call dantian. Male and female is the same, right over left. Put your mind here in your breathing to get grounded. Do not keep the energy in the head. You'll short yourself out. You're nuts up. Like Dale. Okay, you'll lose your hair. Okay, so you gotta ground all the time. It's important. You grab for it, you're grabbing from here, you're going to get burned. The cosmos is self-correcting. You'll find out. Some of you will try to grab or go back to your old ways. A warning to the unwise or the wise. Now, I did level 1, I'm feeling blissed out. Happy as can be. Then you'll go and you lift up very, very, very slowly, 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 slowly. You move up too fast, what happens is that when I'm sitting, my pressure in the spine, and that we call central channel, is full of pressure from the practice. You've intensified the pressure because these been pumping, the sacral pump and the temporal pump, cranial pumps. Now when I move up, what's going to happen to the pressure in the spine is because I'm unkinking the spinal cord, the pressure is going to drop. I lose my wonderful samadhi if I move too fast. So we move very slow, like a Tai Chi people. You move so slow. This is your test of patience on this one. Then you relax like so. Keep your knees a little bent, or the fire will come in too forcefully. This is most important. On level 2, 1 combines right into 2. If you look, there's 6 months. We've increased repetition of our practice. We're going to do a practice on each side. The first, it's a breath retention. The first month is 6 on this side, 6 on this side. Month 2, we increase it 12 and 12. Get the idea? Month 3, another 6, 18, 18. 24, 24, all the way to 36 on each side. Okay, and I'll show you what I mean. These repetitions you're doing when your breath is stopped. You do not breathe. The heartbeat can stop at this time. The breath can stop, but you're feeling full of air because you're breathing from the skin, chronically, like a plant. You won't starve for air. How you know you're doing it wrong is that you're forcing it too fast. Well, your heartbeat is going extremely fast. Your heartbeat should go very slow. Alright? So if I'm sitting here like so, alright? And it doesn't matter what side you begin. So I'll be sitting like so, right? Listen. The first thing you want to do is learn how to reverse breathe. Okay? So in level 1, whenever you want to practice reverse breathing, natural reverse, this will actually help you before you do level 2. How I was taught, level 1 while I'm doing the spontaneous, I will actually, later on when I'm not practicing, I'll do reverse breathing. What I mean by this is that people, normal human beings, they breathe in through the nose, the stomach expands, and they breathe out, it sinks. It's called breath of death. You age, the vibration goes down, you think you're getting healthy, but you're actually dying. Believe it or not. It's meant to lower vibration of body. What we want to do is breathe in and gently suck the gut in toward the spine. And then we breathe out, let it pop out. Now you'll feel very tight in the beginning. When you breathe in, just be aware, put your mind like it is going in. The body will follow. And then when it breathes out, just imagine your mind is going out. If you do it right, you feel extremely strong. If you don't understand this concept of the strength that you get from it, someone can put their car out there and you try to push it with normal breathing. And really put your effort into it, you're going to find out you're reverse breathing, you're pushing power out. That's the concept. Okay? Now what will happen is it increases internal pressure in the spine. It increases the amount or the volume of spinal fluid. It also activates pineal, pituitary, thyroid, parathyroid, etc., all of the glands. Your age should start to reverse. You should feel very vibrant, very, very happy all the time. All right, you should emanate even more heat than you are just doing spontaneous. So do that whenever you can to make it second nature. Okay, that's what we call in Taoism the immortal's breath. Those who want to cheat death, who want to go beyond death, which is a choice. You can break the genetic program, you could say, by reverse breathing. Alright, you won't like it. This is to test your patience and your will. If you really want it, we'll see how lazy your mind is. Don't take that much effort. It's just sitting. Come on, just sitting. You're breathing 21,700 times a day approximately. You might as well do it right. right? Doing 1 hour in your 24-hour day. How many breaths you do in 1 hour? 15 per minute, most people. You do the mathematics. If you did your practice,
Almost 1,000.
if you did your practice for that 21,000 something breaths, you can attain a lot in a very short amount of time. All right? My sis teachers all attained it in a year and a half. A lot of them stopped at level 2. They didn't want it anymore. All right? So it's up to you. So anyway, now I did spontaneous. I'm really blissful. I got my reverse breathing down. All right? I don't care how big, how small you are. You can do it. You just sit there. Don't force it. Don't suck it in. You don't need to use muscle force. Be aware of what's happening. Okay? Now I'm sitting. I'm ready to prepare. I start my reverse breathing. Your eyes are half open, half closed. All right? A lot of you already know this. Okay? But I just giving you the Reader's Digest condensed version. There's a lot hidden in it. I'm not going to tell you what's hidden. Then it breaks the whole purpose of you having the fun learning what's happening. So it doesn't matter what hand. Knees are bent. You'll make a sword finger, like this. Okay? Not pointy, but round. What this means is body and mind are connected together. The lower mind, the higher mind, the male, the female, the left, the right half of the brain. That's what it means. The earth connects in many ways. Don't have to worry what it means. Don't analyze anything I teach. So this is what I do. I'll sit like this. I got the blissful feeling. The first thing you're going to do is the hands, one hand's going to come to the front, one hand's going to come to the back. Okay? So it's in front of your belly button. And the other hand is, you know what your neigung is? You know what the neigung? You take the belly button, draw a straight line behind, and the hollow of the back. Alright, that's the water element, the kidneys. Here is the neigung, the center of the palm, the fire. Alright? Comes out the back too. Neigung sits in with ningmen. You're creating a circuit. Fire and water. Kan and Li, the Taoists say. The greater. The reversal of most human beings is water here, fire here. That's why you get degenerative health. When you reverse breathe, you do this hand, water's here, fire's here. That's how quick it is to converse, to change over. The other hand is one that manifests energy. You can affect your environment directly, doesn't matter how far, and develop yourself. A lot of people will start to sense a lot of things happening. If you do it right, all electrical machines will burn down, not work anymore, lights will flash, batteries will lose their energy, people will just be overwhelmed, start to emotionally get upset, cry, laugh, you name it. That means it's all a sign that's emanating out. Right? You're shaking their foundation to make their roots that they don't want to see come out. So now I'm sitting shoulder width apart, and I breathe in. The first movement is I breathe in, and then when it gets to the heart, you turn it, and you touch this point on the shoulder. You find this tip of the clavicle on you, and then you find where the neck and the shoulder meet. Find that halfway point, right on top of the shoulder. Okay? You can kind of put your fingers almost in between these two little muscles. More forward. This is a secret point. If you don't know this point, this is why people try to copy me. It won't work if I teach you the exact area. Okay? Now, so the first step, like I'm doing the first month, is 3 on each side. So my spine neck goes straight. I lift up, I breathe in. My eyes must always look at the fingertips, no matter what. You're soft in the eyes, but you're intense. Your intensity of your intent, your desire is strong. When it gets to heart level, I start to turn it. This is a breathing in. And then I'm going to start to turn my body. And I look behind me as much as I can. So from here, when I lift up, okay, I'm going to follow my eyes with the fingers. When I touch here, I torque. Okay. Now the reason for this is that there's the central channel, like you've seen in pranic pictures or in India, the pranayama, the sushumna. Then there's the ingala and pingala, the sun and moon channel. A lot of Tibetans, they clench the huyin, you know, they still the breath. This is easier. By going like this, for example, when I'm twisting, I just locked one channel. So I got fire running into the central channel, or water. See? You don't have to clench at all. The first level is lift up, and we'll practice this, okay? I'm just going to show you now. This is the breathing in. So if I'm like on the side like this, then you take one normal cycle of breath. You breathe out, and then you breathe in. When you breathe in, you must look at the fingers. You open it up to heart level. And then you shoot it out. When you shoot it out, you lock the knees, you tighten huyin or your anus lightly. You're focusing with your intent at the fingertips. You should be looking right down the barrel of the gun. Okay? Like so. You do not allow your mind to go outside your fingers. It must stay inside the fingers. It's very important. Very, very important. Wrist to be somewhat straight. You can arc your fingers if you want. And you must look at the fingertip. And your breath is stopped. So when you lock the knees, you tighten the anus, the breath is locked. When you can't, you start to feel a lack of oxygen, but you should be relaxed. You should be able to do this for 2 minutes easily. You will start to close it slowly. When you close at the elbow at 90 degrees, this is a valve. That means you can start to breathe out. And then I'm looking at the fingertips. After this is bent, I allow the fingertips. I watch it when it comes to the heart, right here, see it kind of swings from here. When it comes to here, I start to twist. And I go back to my starting position. And then I breathe in, one cycle of breath, and I breathe out. Then I breathe in, and I repeat the same thing. Okay? As long as I can. When it comes to here, I can bend the knees, relax the anus gently, come to the front, and twist. Okay? This is basically the motion. Okay? What will happen is you did it right. You start to shake really fast. Then the body will shake. Then you will have an urge to run. Right? And you can't control it. You cannot. The body has so much energy, you have an urge to bounce. You run. And then you just take one step, and the next thing you know is you're leaping. First, it's maybe 4 feet tall, 2, 3, 4 feet, you never know. The lamas in a monastery can actually cover 20 feet in one bound with this practice, because your lightness. Some of you are on the mountain with me on retreat, you get the concept about grass gliding. Okay? The same kind of a concept. Right? In a shamanistic way, of course. Now, after I shot one side, then I close. When I'm closing to switch sides, I'm breathing out. The breathing out will come down like this. And then I'll change hand. And then I'll repeat. I'll breathe in, twist, and one cycle of breath. Now breathe in. And this one, do not hit it forcefully. You don't want to hurt the joint. Just kind of toss it out there. Again, focusing on the inside of the fingers is so important. Alright? If you put your mind, like a test that we do is we have candles, 3 feet, 9 rings. You should easily be able to go like this and knock them all out. Or the ring, you should be able to go like this and all go out. That means you've mastered the fire. Okay, wind, water, earth. It all come together. With the shamanistic practices I gave you, when you take the medicine, you should make it that much easier. On retreat, you'll be doing the practice of breath retention with the medicine. You'll be working hard. No rest, no getting little breaks where you can wander off. There's nothing but work in this one. Work, work, work. The only time you can get a break is to go to the bathroom, and that's about it. A lot of you won't be able to even crawl the time you get done. Alright? I have to make the last one worthwhile for you. But easy. Okay? So, the first month, 3 on one side, 3 on this side. Next one, 6 times, 6 times, right? 6, 12, 18, 24, no more than 36. And the reason for that is that you should attain at least a minimum of 12 C days when you hit that point. C days occur at 18. So it's your patience. Okay? Now, the time in level 2 is what people don't like. If you do it first for 1 hour, right? What you do now, say if I can do this one, I can hold for 2 minutes. Alright? So I do 3 on this side, 3 on this side. How many minutes is that? 12 minutes altogether. If I do 24, how many? Huh? Yeah, so you figure about, what, an hour on each side? Well, you do 36. How long do you think it's going to take if you can hold 2 or 3 minutes? Most lamas can hold for 3 to 4 minutes because you're not skin breathing. I mean, I would say you're not lung breathing. You're doing central channel. Your heartbeat will stop, but you're still alive and moving. You should understand that concept, right? Okay? So this is important. Alright? We're going to practice the mechanics, okay? Of number 2. You all know most number 1. If you don't, you get together with someone like Ramel. If you do, we can get together with some of the group and practice, right? It's important. You too, yeah? Get together. Don't be shy about asking people. We practice together. It's the only way you're going to learn. Alright? Now, at that point, I will be extremely energetic. Pictures come out in a blur on most people. Abilities are fantastic. Don't show them to outsiders. That's a word of warning. Okay, they'll look at you for what we consider a magic trick. You can use it to help people, but it's not for financial gain. Right? You're going to find out the hard way. Because some of you will attain it, and you will say, well, if I can do this, why should I have to work? Okay? It's not the concept of having to work, it's a concept of using it for the good purpose for other people. You know, you can manifestate stuff that you want for yourself, like say if you're hungry, you're thirsty, etc., etc. Like you heard the old masters that can do that, right? The Taoists. As soon as the mind lets it go, it's gone. Like the book Teachings of the Masters of the Far East, they talk a lot about that. Now, level 3 is the most important also. This gives you your individual gift. When you get the individual gift, none of you will ever have the sacred. None of you. Okay? Now, for this one, you have to be, you can't do full lotus, at least do half.
Have you got this night vision now?
Huh?
Should be on night vision.
Night vision? Church? That's not mine.
Oh.
If you sit like this, you have a habit of dangling. You'll understand that later. If you do half lotus, better. If you do full lotus, even better. Alright? If you're sitting on the ground, you gotta have some kind of an insulator, like a mat, some kind of a skin, a piece of leather. That's why they use tiger skin, leopard skin. It's an insulator. If you touch your bare bottom to this, you're gonna short yourself out. It hurts. You'll find out. You'll try it sometime. When you get that, it'll hurt. You'll feel like somebody took a dagger and put it right up your colon. It's like a shard of pointing glass. And it feels like that somebody grinds the glass and shoves it in there. So you really will understand what I mean by keeping yourself insulated. Okay? Also may state is at level 2, there's affinity for electricity and also lightning. If you're good, level 2 is lightning, go out and practice. Go out and practice. And when you're going, you're just doing your spontaneous, your breath is retention, and it just happens. After a while, you don't have to practice anymore, you just think. You're just learning to trigger the body, to allow the obtainments to come out. To call down lightning is this hand. This here is for red lightning. Okay, body connects with heaven, mind and spirit, or thunder and lightning are grounded in earth. This makes the lightning go up from the ground, up to the sky. Blue lightning is this one. Not connected from earth, so it comes from the sky. Most people won't survive this hit, but they'll survive this one. When you're calling lightning, then it's just going like this. The thumb touches the forehead. This is how you call lightning. When you do the practice, you'll feel a tremendous urge to shake, like Dale has seen in the backyard. And then you'll feel something, a mantra will come out of you, and you don't even know where it's coming from. And your hands will then go like this, and you start to shake very violently, and your hands will come up 2 or 3 times. If you do it right, the clouds turn red above you. That means the lightning, some people see a red fireball, like some of the kahunas, will come up through your central channel and out your hands. Then the blue lightning comes down and smacks you. Alright? You're going to get it one day, so you might as well understand what's the principle. You never feel it. It's when you wake up, you'll feel it. Alright? Just so you know, this is a traditional part. It will happen. You'll have such an affinity to go out, you can't help it. Thunder and the lightning will just draw you out. You will have no idea for it. You'll plug something into a light socket, the electricity jumps toward you. Alright? Like we did at the, what was it?
Kanding.
The hotel, Kanding. You know, they had a little problem with the electrical thing. I was seeing how it works, so I put it into the 220 and then jolts back at me before I plug it in, and I ripped the circuit out, the whole socket out of the wall. Got hit twice that way. You know, it's fun. You know, you'll get used to it. After a while, electricity will not harm you at all. And the guys didn't like it. That's why we had to push that closet thing in front so people didn't see I broke it. You know, the communist hotel, they wouldn't like that. Okay. Now, level 3. Male and female same. Your left hand, thumb touches ring finger here. Left hand. Right hand, thumb touches ring finger. Okay? The wrist is slightly open. And the reason for this means body and mind. Lower mind connects with the higher mind here, across. Higher mind connects with the lower mind. That means to go beyond duality, to unify lower mind, unify male, female, kan, li, yin, yang, fire, water. It unifies everything to go beyond duality. To go beyond duality.
The thumb is the lower.
The thumb is earth. Thumb is earth. Now, don't round the fingers. It has to be straight. Okay? You're comfortable. You're not holding yourself rigid. You're comfortable. Because level 1 will straighten up your spine. If you've got a spinal problem, it will straighten everything out. You'll feel like there's water bubbles going up your spine, like a hot water boiling. From here, after you do level 1, level 2, and level 2, you add this. This is done 1 year, level 3. This is kind of like the secret level that they don't teach people, because it gives you what only the great masters have had in the past. Anybody can attain Sire. If you want to become what's called a Mahasire, ever familiar with that term? Master all 72 abilities. You know, I say just become the light, you can say. All you're going to do is you're going to say in your mind, it's just water. You think of a waterfall, one that really attracts you, right? You just did. Now the waterfall, you want to imagine that you're you want to imagine that you're sitting on some land, right? Or rock. And imagine, if you can, here in Nepal you have everything wonderful. Imagine a wonderful waterfall in front of you, over the rocks. Imagine that then there's mountain pools around you like this, okay? You must see it in great detail. You must always see the same picture when you practice. It's absolutely necessary, the exact same picture. Imagine you can see the leaves move, the clouds, the wind, like you're looking at this. Give it so much life. See the grass, the water reflecting the light of the sun, hearing the birds chirp. Make it as realistic as you can. Now imagine you sit like this, and you see this great waterfall, and you can hear it, you can smell it. Make it real. The same picture. When you bring the bliss from level 1 to level 2, and you're still in your breath, level 3, you're just doing natural reverse breathing. You're going to imagine this waterfall, your eyes going to be closed. And all of a sudden you want to imagine that the magnetic principle of the earth, imagine that it's like you're in a donut. It rises up, and it goes inside the center of the head, down the spine, out into the ground. And it keeps flowing like this, okay? Magnetic field, like you're in this donut, like a mist. You can imagine this mist if you wish. Must circulate like so. Most important. So you're holding the hands and you're circulating it like this. When you've got the feeling, just want to feel this. Imagine the mist, but you want the waterfall, because the waterfall is the source of the energy. Alright, you're pulling in a type of prana by the visualization. I'm not going to tell you what it is. When you do this, all of a sudden the body should change to light. We call it the Viraja body. Anybody around you will see a blinding light, like a sun. They will not be able to look at you. I think India call it Jyali. Alright? You should illuminate very bright like a sun. From the center and out. You'll get the heat, the bliss, and it just radiates everywhere. When the five we call blisses come together. Feeling exercise, you're not thinking about anything much. Right? After a while, the visualization is so clear. You just feel it. Anybody will come near you up to about 55, 56 feet will start to get trapped in it. They'll feel it, they'll be drawn, and they'll want to sit. And they will start to shake, and they will have spontaneous, and many things will happen to them. Now, this is the Viraja body. If I want to leave the shell and take the body with me, you intensify the intensity of this field that you have around you, and you attain rainbow body. Body converts to mass, to energy, and there's nothing else. There's nothing left over. Alright? If you're going to do that, if you want to evolve out of the body and with it, level 3 is done under direct sunlight. Because that's where you're going to draw it from. The body will have this implosion-explosion effect. Okay? All this can be mastered in 3 years. You just have to do it. Alright? I go through it fast because it's so simple. It's very, very simple. Now again, it's caught on the tape, so it's there for you. Most of the people here know level 1 and level 2. So you can get together and you can talk it over and then perfect it. Those who don't know, you ask those who know. That way, the people being asked will understand the art more. Okay? Now, who's been doing level 2? Most of you should have been doing it. What are you doing now from level 2? What do you get?
Not much.
Can't hear.
Not as much heat. When I first started out, as soon as I started doing the breathing, it was like instant sweat and just really, really hot. But it's a lot cooler now.
Again, the C days will attain at when you do about 18. You start on the 18 level, then you shake very violently, and then you'll just happen. Right. Now, a lot of people get bored, I notice, in level 1s. That's the mind test. So one day you can sit in the chair, and one day you can sit cross-legged on your bed. You do the same thing. You know that. You put a pillow on your posterior so the hip is higher than the knee. You try to do level 2. At this, you'll find out the hips lock too much. You can't close the sun and moon channels all the way. But you can try it. But I suggest the chair. It's a lot better.
How long do you do level 1, level 2,
Right.
level 3?
Level 1 is done 6 months. Minimum of 4. When you calm down, you're just going like this, and the heat is dissipated, you don't feel the lava anymore, you're ready for level 2. Level 2 has to be done 6 months. I don't care what you think. Because you can do level 1 and then you merge it with level 2. So level 2 is so important. Don't go like this and holding the breath violently. Use the minimal amount of physical strength. Soft, soft, soft. But have very intense desire when you focus into the fingertips. It's so important to have that desire, that intent. People who make it all the way, people who don't, it's just basically if they really have the desire to evolve or they just think they do. You know, a lot of people compare this like anything else. Oh, it's just another breathing. You'll be sorry that you never did. At least attempt to do it. I mean, truthfully, do it for yourself. And not just think, well, I do 3, that's enough. Okay? It's not the people who don't get the highest manifestations are those who are mind lazy. They can make every excuse they want in the book. Oh, I gotta do this. Oh, I gotta go to work, do this. You know, get up before work and do it. Go home, before you take your bath, go and do it. Instead of watching the telly for an hour, do your practice.
So when you reach level 2, you do level 1 first, then you do level 2.
You add on level 2. Go right from level 1 to level 2. So the first 6 months, level 1. 4 minimum. Because you got to open up everything. The spine's got to be open. All the spine will crack. Organs reset themselves. Nerves reset themselves. Mind garbage comes out. A lot of spontaneous motion, crying, laughter, all kinds of strange stuff come out. You look like you're doing yoga or snake. And then, when that time comes for level 2, I do level 1 first, and then I go right into level 2. That's the retention. Again, when you have to do retention, say I've done the retention, right? I finish my motions, I come down, the hands will come back down, and you always finish with the hands on the stomach, no matter what level. If I only know level 1, I finish like this, to put the energy out of the head. If I know level 1 with level 2, I only do this at the end of level 2, because I'm still doing level 1 into level 2, and etc., etc., go to level 3. Don't keep the energy in the head, you'll suffer for it, because people like to grab power. Don't grab this one, you won't recover. Okay? And no amount of praying when you do that dumb thing is going to help you. You think someone's going to answer you? They will. You answer to yourself. Alright? Now, there's only 3 levels. There's only 3 levels. When you can get to level 3, everything will open all the time. And you'll feel like a nuclear furnace all the time. No heat, but tremendous amounts of current that never cease. You'll probably never be able to sleep again after that one. All you have to do is think what you want. It happens. I'll give you an example. Uncle, who's now 80-something years old, when I was visiting Sis, he showed me some of the stuff, the film stuff for Uncle. I'll give you an example. For men, it's a great temptation for power. All her teachers who learned this went to the dark because they couldn't get off the power. Girls never do. So a warning to the men. Example 1, he was sitting here in the kitchen and the faucet's 20 feet away. He says, I'm thirsty. She goes up to get water. He says, no, watch. Holds the cup and says, I'm thirsty. Blows toward the direction of the sink. Faucet opens, water comes through the air and fills cup. Okay? He could take money from your wallet if you want. He used to carry walnuts in his pocket. And say if you get on his nerves, he's a real angry person, he look at you and the walnuts be inside your body creating excruciating pain until you give him what he wanted. Then he could take it out. He could sit here and then he said, watch, he become transparent, he's outside the door. Or vice versa. Bilocation, whatever you want to call it, translocation. These are all lesser skills of this art. It was strictly designed not for religious purpose, not for total enlightenment, but for developing the whole potential of the mind. They don't want Westerners to know this practice. I broke the rules I taught. I said, I've never practiced, I'll never teach anybody. Say, now I teach. Or did teach. Alright? This is so important to master yourself. This isn't New Age, it's from 7th century. There's a cave in Shanghai that Sis went to. It had all the carvings of how this art was created. Some of the dances, things that are ritualized, hand marches, mudras, practices, organ resetting, medicine, all came from this. This is the root practice of the 12 Mystery School. You see pictures in Thailand, India, the girls dancing like this, their hands all stretched and one leg. Or the dakinis, they call the ones who help people get enlightened in Tibet. They're different colors. They have one leg up, and they have their hands in posture. And they look very aggressive. That's all from this practice. Nobody has failed in it. Nobody in the East, that is. In the West, well, you're the only group I ever taught. So I have no idea how you'll be. I only gave you it, so it's up to you.
In the 3rd level, you were saying that we just imagine, so our hands are down.
Yeah, your hands are in the proper posture. You've got the great waterfall. If you have a picture or there's a special one in your mind that you always liked when you were young, make that in front of you. Make it real as you can. Leaves moving, trees, grass, water, hear it, feel it. And then, you know, you can imagine the sun if you want, but it has to be like the daytime vision of it. And why you got this visualized? You imagine that you're on this earth, that you feel like you're in this donut, just like I say, like a magnetic, a torrid. And that the energy is coming from the ground, through the top of this head, through the center of the brain, through the spine, what we call your central channel, out through your posterior, and then keep circulating like this. That's all you have to do is feel it. You see it, but after a while, if it's real, you'll feel it. You actually will be there, it sounds. What it does teach you in this one, and I'll just tell you one aspect it does, it teaches you to bilocate. Go from point A to point B. That's how the Tibetans, the Tulpas and that travel. Okay? That's extreme. That's why the level 3 is this particular skill. Alright? And say, now if you can do this, okay? Say you got that idea, you got everything is mastered. Focus on somewhere in the neighborhood. And do the same thing. Like, remember Stephen Bonnie, how sometimes he saw me at the house at 11 o'clock at night? The same thing. Or Terrell was seen me walking downtown in front of a building, and she calls him at home. These kind of things happen naturally. It cannot be forced open. You have to do the practice, you get a reward. Like in level 1, when you do it, you get that hot otumo. The more trash you let go, the greater the bliss is given to you. So you've given a return. For letting trash out, you're given a positive return. Alright? So take advantage of it. Take advantage of it. Right.
And how do you know when you're ready for level 3?
Okay, level 2 has to be done the 6 months. So it's the first date you start, you make your calendar. Alright, this is it. Stick with the calendar. Don't think, oh, I'm good enough. Oh, 3 months, I'm good enough. I feel that. Any excuse you tend to jump. You jump, you'll break something. Okay? I'll be honest. You jump ahead, you think you know the art. You think that you're good enough. That's your ego. You'll get nailed.
So you'll know when you feel like you have to run, or...
Well, let's just say you have an indescribable urge. There is no way you're going to be able to fight it. You know, I've tried, what is, I'll lock myself up, and I won't run. You'll start to bounce. And leap like frog, and then feel like it gets slower and slower. Like this. And you're not breathing. But then you feel yourself want to spin as you go up. So, and then... Yeah, and then naturally what happens, the body will lock very tight. You won't be able to move your body at all. If it's like this, you will not be able to move your body. You'll be frozen. You can't come out of it until the body says. If you have your legs unlocked, you can start to move. I'll give you an example. Why is a baby so light when it wants to be picked up and so heavy when it's asleep? Or when it doesn't want to be picked up? Why is a baby so heavy?
Air at the bottom.
Why is it that a gazelle can leap very high when it wants to?
Fills its body with air.
Correct. In this practice, when the breath stops, the sinuses will feel full of air, the throat will feel full of air, the 4 lobes of the lung will fill of air, the stomach and the intestines will be full of air, and the colon will be full of air. There's a rarefied gas that prana creates. You call it deuterium. It's a nuclear element, heavy hydrogen. This is what's accumulating in your central channel. When your breath stops and you lock, it's released into the body itself. Okay, it's released. What happened? You get buoyancy. That's why some of these lamas, they wear a heavy chain. A lot of them just, they don't bring it down. If you bring it down when you're done in the practice, you don't have to worry about that. A lot of lamas don't bring it down, keep it here. And so they lose their ability to stay on the ground. They have heavy chain. Like some of the St. Francis or Francisco, whatever his name was, had the lifting skill. All the other people in the past. Assisi. Yeah, it's the same thing, same concept. All right. So basically, in the lifting skill, you're not affecting the body, but this torrent of ether around you. You might call it in science electrostatic repulsion. The ground is charged positive, body is charged, negative. What's going to happen? It's attracted. Ground positive, If the bottom is positive and top is negative, what happens? Basic lift. You just need to spin the magnetic field. That's how it works in science. Okay, electrostatic induction. Pushing away. Now, you want to practice this level 2? Level 1, I won't have to teach you because you can do this with each other. Okay? Level 2 is where I have to show you the points. So if we want, we can go down to that little schoolyard thing, all those swings are, so you got a little bit more light so you can see your points.
More better.
More better. Okay. The camera won't show me.
How long do you do that?
Alright.
I'm going to suggest you
Level
come way
2,
up in
legs
the air
will be
with
shoulder
this.
width apart. So imagine that you've got it very, very slowly. Okay? The knees must be bent. The eyes are half open. Doesn't matter what hand. We'll start with the left though, it's easy. Okay, should not be Western style like this. It doesn't work. Like Tai Chi, shoulder width apart. Now, from here, doesn't matter which hand. We'll start off with your left though, just so you don't bang each other in the face.
Thank you.
Okay? First thing, the hands move a little bit apart.
Good.
And then it circles
Lean
very
back.
slowly. Don't be in a rush. Relax, use the least amount of physical tension. Make the sword fingers. Put one hand on Ming Men. One hand at Dantian level. So if I'm like on this side, raise it up. Rotate like you're turning long. Sword finger. Raise to Ming Men, put hands on the belly button. Now from here, you lift your fingers, look at this hand, at the fingertips. You breathe in, it starts to come up. Don't go out like this, close to body. Elbow points out, and bring to heart level. Then from here, when it gets to heart, start to turn the waist as much as you can and place it on your shoulder. Right. Now, do not drop the elbow down, you keep the elbow up. So come back to the starting position, right? Facing forward. Lift the hand in the front. Breathe in. On the heart. Then turn. Let the eyes look. And press this point. Now your waist should twist. You should feel a locking of waist. Look, eyes right at your fingertip. Don't bend the head. Big eyes. Now you hold that down. No, the fingers touch very light. You should not touch heavily at all. Now this stretches the whole body. Don't lean back too much. Yeah, you can breathe normally. Don't hold your breath while we're doing this, okay? The center of the back of the palm is right in the center of the spine. Lift your elbow a little bit over half. You gotta try to look at your eyes. Let your eyes. I'm sorry. Let your eyes look at your here. Relax. There you go. Try not to rest your chin.
Suggest you make that into one point. Just pick it up and punch it. Just follow it around, poke.
The lower, no, keep the hand in the center of the back. Perfect. Don't press hard now. The hand on your back should not be pressed hard. Okay? Now after I get to this breathing in, I hit that point. Take one natural breathing out, and then breathe in, and out. Now, when you breathe in, start first by opening the shoulder. Keep the elbows at 90-degree angle. Bring to the front at heart level. open the body. Start to tighten the anus. Now, when the fingers come right in front of the heart, like this, keep your elbows bent. It's right like this. See, this is bent. From here, I lock my knees and I shoot it out. Now, look right down the arm, right at the fingertips. Look inside it. Do not look beyond it because your energy go out and you'll drain yourself. You should now be holding your breath on the inhale. When you're breathing in, remember, it's that reverse breathing. The gut should be sucked in. The anus should be snugly tight and the knees locked. And you'll hold it comfortably as long as you can. When I want to breathe out, I slowly bend the elbows first. Keep stilling the breath until the elbows are completely 90 degrees. From here, start to breathe out. Swing from the shoulder. And when it gets in front of your heart again, the fingertips, start to rotate the hip, bend the knees. Go back to touching that point again. Okay. One cycle of breath. Now you'll breathe in. Slowly breathe out. Now breathe in again. Still the breath. Hold the fingers in front, the middle of the heart. And then when it gets in front of you, lock the knees, tighten the anus, and shoot the hand out. Focus with your intent. You must have strong intent. The eyes are relaxed and not rounded, not tense in the eyes. You get energy trapped in the head. Relax the eyes, but have intense will. If you do it right, many things will happen to you. Now say, you do it one more time. Bend the elbows. Now when the elbows bend 90, start to slowly breathe out. Relax the anus. Hold the arms, the fingers in front of you. And then breathe out into all the air and touch again.
Again, how do you find that point?
Well, you got to find the point. Again, for those who don't want, you find the clavicle at the end of the arm. And where the neck meets the shoulder, the halfway point, approximately. You have to be exact. Now, one breathe in, breathing out, breathe in. Okay. Now start to rotate. Hold the shoulder open. When it gets to the chest, fingers in front of the heart. Shoot out, lock elbows, lock knee and anus. Look at your posture that you're not leaning back like this, or leaning down, or going too much like this. If you look in the side view, it should be straight. If you're going like this, or like this, you're doing it wrong. You should look right down the barrel of the gun. This also is you can use it to stop internal bleeding by just pointing. Now, when we switch hands, okay, start to bend the knees. Bend the elbow first. Then start to breathe out. Hold the shoulder until the fingers are in front of the heart. Start to breathe out. Gently drop the hands down. Now search the hands. Replace now the other hand that we meant. The center of the palm should be in the center of that lower back, opposite the belly button. The front hand is at belly button level, no lower. Belly button level. Close to the body. Start off, lift up. As you breathe in, look at the fingertips and torque to the left. Looking at your fingertips, keep the elbows up. Without the elbows being up, you'll neutralize it. Then breathe out. Breathe in. Start to turn. Tighten the anus. Let the fingers come to the front of the heart. Then shoot out. Again, your breath is held. Tighten anus. Intently looking inside the fingers. When you can't do it anymore, bend the elbows first to 90 degrees. Then start to breathe out slowly. The fingers come in front of the heart. And when that happens, start to rotate as you breathe out. Now, again, one cycle of breath. Breathe in and out. Don't be in a rush for doing breathing. The more relaxed, the more quickly. Breathe in. Start to watch the fingertips. Open the shoulder. When it gets to in front of the heart, shoot out. Tight the breath. Keep going. Practice that now. But now just go on crutches. Just keep doing inside to get the basic. You gotta relax your shoulders. One, you're going like this. So you say I do this. Out. Touch, you gotta touch them. Alright. You breathe out. Breathe in. Start to open the shoulder first. See? See how my shoulder turn? See how my shoulder opens first? Like this, see how the shoulder opens? Then from here it gets in front of the heart. And you see how my body kind of locks? Turn your head. Soft. You'll get that. Here, first, I bend the knees and the wrist 90 degrees. I close the energy off so I don't lose anything. And then I pull from the shoulders. See, it goes in front of the heart. Then I twist. So that does this motion. It opens from shoulder. And then it comes from the heart and open. So it's always this kind of, you gotta know the switch. You should be easy to hold your breath 2 minutes. You do it fine. Calm in mind and spirit, but you must have intensity if you desire. This is English. First comes from shoulder open. You see some alignment up here, and then now you see how the right hand is here. You must be looking here, not there. Here. Then you start to shoot it out very strong. Close here first. Then you can start breathing out. Hold first, front of the heart. It's to here, then rotate the whole body. Well, you can reverse breathing in this too. But don't worry, we're just getting the mechanics of this. First, what happens, the shoulder moves first. Okay? Mm-hmm. This opens from here first. When this gets in front of the heart, here, then you rotate it. Shoot it out. Then, when we're done, we don't breathe out until this reaches 9 degree angle. Then from here, from shoulder, and I see when this comes right in front of the heart, then we start to relax the anus and twist the body. So you gotta have the mechanics of it. Then you take in one normal breathing in, and then out. And you breathe in, we start first, open the shoulder, see it's 9 degree. Gets to here, don't side eye, look right at it. Look right at it. And then shoot out. Lock knee, tight knees. Don't move. Your mind inside here. Keep practicing. Close. First here, 90. Okay. Then shoulder forward. Don't be side eye. Look right at your. So it comes in alignment with heart. Then we start to rotate the whole body and then spring it back to our original position. So you don't let the hand move. Then you take one cycle breathing in and breathing out. When we start to breathe in, first shoulder open up. Look, don't be afraid to look. You're using too much physical tension. When it gets in front of heart, and shoo. You tighten anus, you suck gut tightly, and lock knee. This is lock knee, this is relaxed. Look down, bro. Don't side eye. You side eye, no good. Shoulder open first. When it gets in front of heart, shoot. Good. Now stay like that for a minute. See how your body straight like this. What's going on? Now look at your feet in alignment with this. See, this here, you look straight, look straight. So you're going like this, and you're going like this. Look at me. So you want to keep this proper alignment. Keep the hands with the minimal amount of physical strength. It's not how much you don't extend, waste energy. First we start. This, see how this feels? This closes sun and moon chain. First thing, yes. So first thing, shoulder open. Now, when this fingers get here to heart, now you must look here, and then shoot out. Lock knees, anus. When you shake, good sign. Now, when breath still. When done, relax. Yeah. Bend first, 90 degrees. That means you can start to breathe out. Then pull from shoulder. When it gets in front of heart, bend knee, relax anus. Torque, touch point. The torquing is very important. This here, see, big man, at this point here, relax. Inside the room. Okay, open again. Open shoulder first. Shoulder open. Front of heart, lock and shoot.
So am I holding pump right?
You're holding on this is inhale. See, you're too tense. Use a minimal amount of physical strength. Hold. Hold here first and then shoulder. When it gets in front, no. When it gets the fingertips in front of heart, then rotate. First, 90 degrees, and start breathing out, holding here. Focus in front of the heart, then start to twirl, follow the hands, turn waist, turn. There, that's how you're supposed to turn. Now, keep the flat of the hand back on the wrist. Okay, one normal breath. We inhale, we open first the shoulder. So you look at the fingertips, okay, no side eye, shoulder first. When this gets too hard, then shoot out. Yeah. Tighten anus, lock knee. And you focus on inside here, inside finger, not the outside. Then, then twist shoulder, and then come. Then when I open up, again, see, first shoulder from front part. And close. Hold, bend knee, release anus. Try and shoulder, relax shoulder until finger in front. Good. Breathe in. That's it. Breathe out. One cycle breath. Breathe in. Now, start to first open the shoulder. Let your nose point at your fingertips. Just breathe in. Shoot out. Lock the knees, tighten anus. Breathe out, bend. Don't breathe out until elbow bend 90 degree. And then start to relax anus. Breathe out. Fold from shoulder. Fold from shoulder until it hard, and then torque. One cycle of breath. Breathe in and out. Breathe in. Open by shoulder. Fingers going front of chest. Open. Here, go from shoulder to fold from shoulder. Now, nose, look here. Fingers in front here. Then we start to turn, fold the whole body. And fold the whole body like the eyes point. This is the point. See this? You have to have the shoulders together. Then, second breath. Close, bend first, then fold. Good. I had a patient on Sunday, so I have to look. So,
You'll work for him.
yeah, we'll see. Yeah, see, sleeping hard. Relax. Minimal tension. This is what you want. It's not how long you hold it. As you get more natural, you're triggering when you do this. Okay, you're affecting sun and moon. Whenever I twist the sun and the moon channel, my normal lungs will stop working. They'll freeze. And I absorb the energy through the skin. I absorb elements like a tree absorbs sunlight. You won't starve for air, even though there's not breathing. It's like I told you when you read a really, really good book. You're so immersed, one-pointed. So when you look at this, your nose, your eyes pointing. You're one-pointed. Your mind is nothing but here. Your mind's not thinking of breathing. Your mind is here. One-pointed, like reading a book. You're so immersed in looking, you find out that you're not breathing at all. What happens when you dump your book? You close and you go, ah. You come back to normal breathing. When you go like this, come back to normal breathing.
So you shouldn't feel any tension?
No. Now, when I'm done completely, my hands come down. Let it sit like this for a while. Let all the tension leave. If you've got a lot of tension in the shoulders, just brush it down. And when you're done, you do the right over left. Always ground yourself. Okay? If you do 36 like this, you're going to have tight shoulders. But you're going to have very strong muscles too. Okay?
How long does a normal one take?
Normal? When we do it in the traditional way?
Yeah.
2 minutes.
No, 2 minutes.
One breath.
Thing.
You'll start off, you do maybe 15 seconds if you like. Because you're too tense. When you're so relaxed, you don't waste energy. You know, you're holding the tension like this. You're going to drain your air out quick. No tension. This is no tension. This is completely soft. And you're going to have all this wonderful thing happen. I teach the old Tibetan way. We sit in full lotus and you're doing this for 108. That's harder. James could do that. There you are. It gets easier after a while. Now, when you're doing your right over left, don't go like this. The fingers should actually point down. Down. A lot of people do this. It balances. This is to ground, and the fingers are downward. Not like this. Like this. Right over left, both male and female same. This is beyond duality, so there's no male and female energy. It doesn't matter what side you start on. Alright? If you do this in a thunderstorm with a lot of lightning, you'll have a wonderful effect. Try it. We've been having these things, so take advantage of it when it happens. You won't. No, do the practice. Do the practice. Especially, you know, when you're doing spontaneous with thunder and lightning. You know, it's a neat feeling. Good. So you start off with doing level 1 for 6 months, level 2 for 6. That's your first year of practice, right? Then you add the last year by adding the meditation of waterfall. See. So on Sunday we'll practice a lot. All right. We'll make sense. It'll be a good practice session. We'll practice a lot. Dale, just call me, remind me. I have a lot of stuff on my mind. You know. So good.
2 o'clock Sunday.
2 o'clock.
What?
Here?
2 o'clock here?
Yep.
That's
Is that a good time for you? Does that work for you, Max?
It'll work.
We'll make it work, okay? Yeah, I just get a lot of different things and people, so.
Max, you were mentioning about like doing like level 1 would be like an R, and then level 2.
Level 2 is based on how well you do it.
And then level 3. So you would do when you get to level 3, you do.
When you
1, 2,
combine them
3.
all together, it's part of a 3-hour practice. But at that state, you'll be manifesting things, so you won't have to worry about anything else. You know, you think about jobs. Well, I don't think you'll really be worrying about jobs because everything will just come naturally. Okay, just do the practice. Wonderful things will happen. You know, a lot of you are so close, but I see a lot of people give up at the last moment. They give up because, oh, I'm going somewhere, or they feel I can't do it, or I'm not worthy enough. You know, give rid of all that crap. Just do the practice. You can do it. If I can do it, if a 7-year-old can do it, so can you. Just do it. Sit there and enjoy, because it might be that one breath or that one method away from home. And when it comes, it hits you really, really fast to see this and that. If you're sitting here and you're done, you say, hey, I feel really good. And you go to do something, or reach for something, or walk, or where it may be, and all of a sudden something happens out of the ordinary. And then you say, well, I'm trying to do it again. It won't work. But you repeat the same mindset that you had when it happened. Oh, it happens again. After a while, it's just thinking about it. You know, once you reach level 3 and open up, you never have to practice anything again. You are it. So there is no having to do this the rest of your life.
So what if one of your friends comes up and says, well, how are you doing that? Can you teach them the spontaneous?
You can teach only level 1 for health. There's no way you should be teaching any other level until you've mastered it. What if something happens and you don't know how to explain it, or you don't know how to counter it? What if somebody is so impatient, they hurt themselves because they want it now. They grab on for something that they're not supposed to. What's going to happen to them? You think you can help them? You don't even understand it because you didn't master it. So I would suggest don't teach anybody unless you really know them well. Okay, if they got mental problems, definitely no. But all I ask is you teach one person in your life this complete art after you've mastered it. Just one person, so it doesn't die out. That's all. You know, even if you don't want to teach all 3, you want to just teach a level 1 to somebody who's sick. You can teach anybody level 1 you want, but don't tell them there's more level. You don't need to do that. And if you start teaching other people, don't get an ego because you think you know a lot, or you know because you got all the seed others. There's always somebody who knows more than you do. So use it for good purpose.
And when you receive the gifts, how do you know what to do with the gifts? Like as
It's
far
self-teaching.
as helping other people?
It's
or-
self-teaching.
It is.
You just got to trust in your own divine guidance inside you, not outside. There's no one who can explain to you. There'll be nobody. Each person is so unique. How you activate it, Sophie Ann couldn't activate it in that way. Each person has their own way. That's why I can't teach you exactly the way I do it, because it wouldn't work for you. You know, your body's different, your mind's different, your biochemistry is different. So, do the practice, you'll find out.
You do this twice a day?
For health, once a day, in the daytime. If you want for lower ability, once in the morning, once at night. When the sun is out, or say when the sun's up, but not under direct sunlight, unless you're under a tree, and in the evening when the moon is out. If you want to attain your mastery, you want to get past the human body, take it with you, dissolve it, whatever, get your awakening, before you physically die, do it 3 times. You look forward to it. It's not a mundane practice. You look forward to it because when the bliss comes up, and the heat, and it's just a really wonderful, blissful feeling. You want to do it more and more. Because the more you surrender, it's a surrender practice. The more you peel off the crud you don't need, like peeling off the layers of an onion, then the more powerful it becomes, the more brighter, the more intense. How you know you're really radiating it out is people around you start getting affected. You walk into, like, say, some bookstore. Some people will naturally come up to you and ask you all kinds of stuff. They'll be attracted to you. They'll start trying to talk to you. And then some people know what you practice. They'll try to milk you for what are you learning, what you're practicing. You can be honest. It's just an old practice from centuries ago. It's not new age. It's not spectacular. It's simple. It's out ritual. It's some people. It's too simple. People don't like simple. They want all this garbage. This goes hand in hand with your spontaneous. Oh, Dale's got a little blue light too, huh?
Yeah.
Who'd you steal it from?
You.
Dale and his toys. Put on your mala so you emanate light then. So, it's enjoy your practice. It's not a burden. You don't have to, it doesn't matter your belief, male, female, old, young, sick, crippled, paralyzed. Even a paralyzed person can do this, level 1 and 2.
What was that you had mentioned in the beginning with the water? And
if you don't have, sometimes the men, women evolve faster than men because they're more spiritual based. They're more in the right brain. We're more in our left, you could say. So, in the sense, the biochemistry is much more adept for the practice. So, in tradition, we usually have a female consort, a dakini we call it, with us to do it, male and female. There's a single and a dual cultivation of this art, the tantra. There's a spontaneous martial art you can learn from here. Basically, if you don't got a consort, a man would go near the ocean or any type of water, or like a pine tree, if you got a lot of illness, and that would help to balance. A girl would actually do it near a fire. Okay. Another way of doing it is that you can practice level 1 while you're sitting up in a bathtub. You take a bath for 1 hour hot each night. You can sit upright in the bathtub and practice it because it's not electrical. It's not chi or ki in nature. You won't short yourself out. It's magnetic. Water is conductor of magnetic. And then, what we do like in Bonpo shamanism, then we do it in front of a fire. The water and fire balance. The fire represents heart, the water represents the kidneys. And so, as you say, the chakras go through the fire and purify. It goes to the water, and the water kind of grounds out all the static stuff that you get from people each day. See? And also, it prohibits you from getting illnesses. When you take a hot bath, as you can stand for 1 hour. I do 2 hours a night. Hot as you can stand. That purifies you, sweats out the toxins, etc., etc. It does wonders for you. Good.
That should be ongoing, like the hot baths.
Of course. You'd be surprised. It's nice we never get ill.
Those Japanese saunas.
Yeah, oh no. Well, you need to immerse the body. Yeah, if you get the Japanese bath, those are perfect. You can boil yourself. Yeah. But a lot of people can't take the heat, so you shorten up your time in real hot water until you can take it, or you can lower the temperature and last for that 1 hour. Eventually, the main effort is to 1 hour as much hot as you can stand. That also secretes all the stuff out of the body that's not needed. 1 hour practice, not much asks your 24-hour day. Look at it this way, it's nice you don't really get ill. You can pay nothing to do your practice, or you can pay, say, for 3 or 4 days in the hospital, $30,000 in medical cost. So look at the thing, you save on that, you save on eating because you don't buy too much groceries because you're not really hungry all the time. You only drink a lot of liquid. So there's a lot of good benefits to it. So, okay, well, with that, I'll just let you go. Think about, because Sunday since I've been talked into coming here, we'll do the practice. We'll do level 1, level 2, and to level 3. Okay? Just so you get the feel and the flow. Level 1, we're just going to drill you. Just going to sit there until it happens. Okay, and I'll transmit to everybody one final time. A new way of doing it. I tried a few people and they said it was really, really good. Wife had hallucinations the most of the night, and she slept till 10 o'clock the next morning because she was in a comatose state, which is good. I I say the more the better. The longer the better. So he's not here, so you can't hear that, right? Okay, so you know, you think about it because you know it can really give you a lot. That's the last I can offer you. I mean, there's nothing more higher level that you'll find. It's up to you. So, good.
Hey!
Thank you, man.
So we'll have fun on Sunday. So
Bring food, lots of booze.
I'll bring as I gave Carrot today. I got some medicine, special. Well, it's like a medicine. It's colloidal type stuff, but it's actually what does it destroys all bad bacteria in the body right away and makes everything that's good flourish inside. So usually you'll purge out pretty fast. So I'll bring a gallon of that so everybody can drink off of that. Clean up your insides a bit. Oh, before lunch. Yeah. Oh, Dale. Hey, Dale, isn't that your no, Dale was a yogic, see? They had one of these chastity belts for Dale. Huh. So anyway, I'll see you on Sunday. Dale will call me and remind me.
2 o'clock.
2 o'clock? Okay, everybody, I'm glad you all came tonight.
Bring your pots.
Bring your
I got
pots.
mine.
Yeah, Dale has his own supply. If you need to borrow, ask Dale.
This is some of the dishes.
No, no need to, because it's no. This is keep it for tomorrow.
It's part of the act.
All right, everybody. So I'll let you go, and I'll see you on Sunday.
Sunday.
Good. Okay, everybody.
Next question.
Yes.
I had a footnote on Saturday.